You know, Capcom, you gotta stop releasing this information at like 3 in the morning when I'm about to go to bed because you're breaking my balls. I've been up all night editing footage for other videos. I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep and let me check Facebook. Oh, guess what? New Resident Evil game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch the trailer for the first time and I'm going to have like a reaction to it. I'm pretty sure my reaction isn't going to be a positive one because from what I've heard about this game, it's going to take on more of an action feel. And you'll have to excuse me if I sound like I'm drunk because I'm extremely tired. I got my cup of coffee here. I'm going to do this thing. And at the end of it, I'm going to talk about it. I might cut it into pieces. I might say, oh, this actually looks pretty cool. But you know what? Let's go. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Maybe inappropriate for children. Resident Evil 20th anniversary. Fuck, man, I'm getting old. Damn it. It catches up to you. That looks like some shit from Outbreak right there. A fast-paced competitive team shooter? What? It's like SOCOM. Graphics look good.
Kill the enemy team. Remember, just business.
Understood.
Brainer? What the fuck? Very different, man. Wow. They got a cover system. I don't like cover systems. I never have. He just curb stomped that guy. What the fuck? Zombie jammer? What the fuck? So we got first person and third.
Umbrella Corps.
That's that's different. It's really weird. I mean, I know they said they wanted to do an annual release, which obviously that's every year. They want to have a new Resident Evil game and they want to crank them out. So quality versus quantity. I don't know. They must have a lot of people working on these games and they're going to have very different games. I personally myself, every time they bring out something online, like when they did Operation Raccoon City, I'm kind of salty about it because I just fucking want Outbreak back. Okay? It didn't get a fair shake. It was on a console that, it required the fucking network adapter to work. And it just, I don't think it got a fair shake. I don't. It came out in a time when online gaming wasn't a big deal. And both files got shut down. I heard there was supposed to be a third file. And I heard the whole game was just cut into 3 pieces. And I've always wanted that third file. And it just fucking irks me that I never got it. And there's petitions all over the place for people begging to get Outbreak File 1 and 2 back. That's all I want is File 1 and 2 in HD. And in my wildest fucking dreams, the missing File 3. So this is like, I don't know. I mean, I'll probably play it if it's not too expensive. It just looks like a shooter with Resident Evil skin on it. Competitive shooter with Resident Evil skin. It looks alright. I mean, graphically it looks pretty good. The whole action style thing has never been, what I consider Resident Evil to be. It's just not my thing. I'm very traditional. I'm an old school Resident Evil fan. I've been with the series since its inception. And it's just that, I didn't like the direction that it went in. So I'm just going to hazard a guess here and just think. It looks like there's zombies that are going to be in the mix. You're going to be killing other people, but there's going to be zombies on the loose. So you're also going to have to watch out for zombies, which are obviously going to be AI controlled. I haven't looked up anything on this. I remember hearing that it was patented, that Capcom had patented Umbrella Corps. But yeah, it's just the whole cover system thing. I've never liked that since Gears of War, especially in a competitive setting. People corner camping like little fucking pussies. It's just kind of ridiculous. The fact that he's like using a zombie as a shield, that's cool. I don't know what zombie jammer. I'm half asleep. If it's obvious, I'm sorry. But graphically, it looks really nice. I like the graphics here, definitely, especially the lighting engine and everything. It looks pretty crazy when he grabs this dude and he ducks underneath him and blows his fucking brains out. That's pretty intense. But it could be interesting. I like to try to keep an open mind, and I know this is just a spin-off. And I'm going to ask that people understand that this is just a spin-off. Don't judge it by, the standards of, if this was Resident Evil 7, you should be up in arms and be fucking pissed off. That's basically what I'm trying to illustrate here. But I don't know, man. I mean, this could go either way. It could be really fun, or it could just be a turd. It could just be another Resident Evil turd that floats to the top of the turd bowl. With Resident Evil, it's just strange. I mean, Capcom has disappointed the shit out of me. And oddly enough, they've kind of like gotten back into my good graces, because Revelations 2 was pretty decent. It wasn't my favorite Resident Evil, but it did maintain some sort of semblance of its former self. It had a survival horror feeling to it, and I actually liked it better than I can't even fucking think. The Evil Within. The Evil Within was a huge disappointment to me. I did not like that game. I just didn't like it. After I got to like chapter 11, I think is when I started to just really say, I'm not having fun with this game. I had more fun with Revelations 2. I really did. I honestly did. And then when they remade Resident Evil Remake, I was like, hey, fucking good on you, mate. It's a remake of a remake, so I know some people were talking shit about that, but you know what? It's cool to me. I love that game. Then they came out and said, oh, well, we're going to do Zero next. And then I started thinking, this makes me think that they're leading up to Resident Evil 2. And sure enough, they announced, hey, guess what? We're going to be remaking Resident Evil 2. We don't know what that's going to be like. It could be a mess. They could do over-the-shoulder nonsense with it, which I really don't want to fucking see at all. I mean, if that's like an optional view, fine, but it should be remade exactly like the original Resident Evil remake was done. But they have gotten into my good graces, and I've actually defended them on videos where people are like, fucking Capcom, fucking garbage, rehashing games, blur. It's like, no, you gotta give them some credit. I wouldn't ask that people forgive them for what they've done to the series, because I certainly don't, but I think they're on the right track here, and it's good to see them releasing more Resident Evils, even if they're spin-offs. It's nice to see that. Hopefully they bring back the survival horror classic style that I love, or reinvent the series and just, go maybe along something like Until Dawn camera. Do something like that. Something along those lines. Because I like the way that game, I haven't played it, but I like the way that game looks in terms of the camera. I'm so fucking sick of this over-the-shoulder shit, and that's what turns me off about this game the most. But I see you can go into first-person view, so that's cool that you can do that. I like that you can do that shit. And like I said, I just think they need to reinvent the series. What Alan Wake did, the way that game played, I think that would be great for a Resident Evil series. Tired of looking at the back of my character's head and shoulder and neck. I'm tired of that shit, dude. And to be fair, they've always had an emphasis on guns and, having a good arsenal and fucking shit up. It was never Silent Hill, where you're killing shit with a pipe. I get that, but it was never an action shooter either, and then it started to become one, and that's when people started to get mad. But I paused this video for a moment, and I just want to take a look and see what people are saying about this game, and they're shitting all over it. They're shitting all over it. The downvotes are pretty heavy. Right now it's split kind of down the middle, but there's a lot of classic fans out there that don't want to see anything like this at all. I say, hey, whatever, do your thing. I'll check it out. It's just this fucking spin-off. It's not taking away. Well, it might be taking away from another game because they're splitting their development team in half. But I don't know. I like it, at least graphically. I think it looks interesting. But yeah, I would rather see Outbreak make a return. This, I'm gonna keep my eye on it, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on it, tearing into it. I don't know if they're gonna have co-op. That's something I should probably talk about a little bit. Co-op would be nice to have, but then wouldn't it just be like Operation Raccoon City? I don't know. With zombies in the mix in a versus mode would be pretty interesting. If they do things like that and try to be a little bit more innovative than your traditional competitive shooter, that would be cool. So yeah, that's my take on it, guys. Make sure you rate this video thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I cover Resident Evil content here consistently. I thank you all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.